Hello everybody, this is Kenneth and welcome to another Nerdsomnia video. This is the process for my GBWC piece I titled Last Stand. For those who don't know what GBWC is, it stands for Gundam World Building Championship. It's where people build Gundams and just submit them to this competition. So this piece features two high-grade models. The first, the Barbatos Lupus Rex, and the second, the Gusian Rebig Full City, and this is set on a desert diorama that I custom built myself. So if you're gonna plan a diorama like this, you're gonna need to start working backwards. You need to know what your final product is and then work out what you need to do from there. For example, the diorama drying would take a week, and which is about the right time to airbrush, weather, and build other things if you have. Time management is very important, planning is very important, and I cannot stress this enough. So working backwards, the thing that I decided that was first to do was to pose the HGs on the diorama. But I couldn't pose them before building them, and I couldn't build them before airbrushing them. So what I did was I airbrushed it while letting my rocks set. So that was the timeline. I had to make my paper mache rocks while airbrushing, and then I could pose, and then once I posed, I could weather, so on and so forth. Another thing I needed for this kit was that they needed to be removable and yet stuck if shifted around, because this is going to be left at a GBWC display for a few weeks. So if they get knocked over, I wouldn't be able to be there to fix it, so that's going to be an issue. A simple trick was the Warhammer. If you ever paint Warhammer miniatures, you use neodymium magnets for interchangeable weapon parts. So I used these neodymium magnets at the base of the feet and connected to the diorama at the same time. So one magnet each for the feet and one magnet where I would put them on the diorama. So basically, for the materials that you need, I got a wooden board, I got paper mache, and I got rock molds from my local art store. For realistic sand, a local aquarium sells fine-grained substrate, which is a fantastic substitute of sand, of like art sand at the art store. So you know it's good stuff because it's used for aquariums. Basically, the process is simple. I let my rocks dry while airbrushing. Because they are paper mache, they absorb more, so I always have to cater for it by increasing the dilution of my airbrush so I could afford more paint onto the rocks. When I finished the model, I took out the rocks and then I used that to pose, and that helped me visualize the overall look. And then because after I figured out the pose, I still had to do some final touch-ups and create the final diorama. I took a lot of pictures that helped me remind me what the pose I wanted to at the end. So it was a template for me to use. I marked the feet and then attached the magnets to the foot and the diorama, which I placed the paper mache over, and then the sand texture at the top. So I made sure when I did this, I made sure the magnets popped out from the ground, so that there was an actual surface for the feet to connect to. If it's under the sand, I don't think these 0.25 centimeter neodymium magnets are strong enough to pass through a layer of paper mache and sand. So basing the diorama, I used hodgepodge, a thick layer of hodgepodge on the base, followed by paper mache on top, another layer of hodgepodge, and then the sand texture, followed by some gravel texture as well, just to break apart the sand. And then after that, I put on the large pieces of rocks. It took about a week to dry, and during that week that I let my diorama set, I weathered my miniature in the meantime. So once it was done, the desert looked really plain, so I added other details like I dry brushed a lot of the rocks. I posed to repose my models. I added some extra parts onto the desert like the sword or the broken spear handle. By now, you should be seeing the final pictures. I should be posting the final pictures. I hope you like them. I'm a huge IBO fan, and this was my love letter to IBO. So once again, this is my GBWC submission. I titled it Last Stand from the Gundam series Iron-Blooded Orphans. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you guys all for watching. This is Nerdsomnia, and I'll see you on the next one.